like, yeah, get your ass out my baby bed. Naked, like the thing
People
about it.
have to be millionaires to be middle class.
But I don't think that equates to emotional intelligence. I think that equates to I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want to do. Always
we're going too damn fast right now. We're going too fast.
We are.
Somebody
agree.
pump the brakes. Call him a fuck nigga or something.
Yeah.
Say something.
Some men, they not. If I ain't gay, I'm not having a threesome with a man. I don't care how happy it's gonna make you. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not getting pegged.
I'm not blaming nobody. But I'm blaming somebody.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just the camera off. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another cup of conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your girl T.
And I'm your girl Coco.
And welcome to episode 110, right? No 111. 111. I'll be driving the boat today. So let's get right into it. You know, what we gonna call it when we like lead the episode? Like, because our audience are our sippers. So we gotta be the ones that's filling the cup, because we are a cup of conversation. So what are we? The servers,
I'll be your waiter today. I don't know.
The servers, the bartenders, the baristas. The baristas, like a
coffee.
You know, because that's the kind of cups we feeling. We ain't filling you up with toxins at the bar. Okay,
exactly.
This ain't no bartending.
Yeah.
This is filling you with some healing. So I'm gonna be y'all barista
filling
episode.
You with some healing. I like that.
Barista tea, and we're gonna start off the first segment. We're going back to segments. I know. Y'all probably like these bitches all over the world. Anyways. Our how you feeling, how you dealing segment is going to go into the topic of the day, which is going to be integrity versus desires, and, you know, picking that every day, making that everyday decision. So I'm going to start off my how you feeling, how you dealing with questions that you tell me if you would pick your desires or your morals on this one. So that's kind of like
okay.
You know, where you going with this? Are you dealing with this morally or
desire?
Yeah. So the first question is, how do you feel about the cheating friend? Desire to keep the friend or morally correct?
Morally.
How you check
I give you one time to cheat. I guess I'll say mistake, whatever the mistake is.
Yeah.
Give you one time, hold you accountable, and when I mean hold you accountable, I want to see change behavior. Either it's not me, but I feel like a person that will cheat on somebody that loves them the way that your spouse or your partner usually does is a person that does not show good character. So I'm always gonna go with morals for cheating, because to hurt somebody deeply like that, you don't give a fuck about life.
I agree. I definitely agree like that. It has something to say about your character and what you would lie about. You just might be lying for nothing.
Right.
Would you sell out and do something that's against your morals for life-changing money for your family?
I'm not gonna sell out. So I'm gonna do morals with that one too. Only because I don't feel like nothing is really life-changing with money. Even with money being like billions of dollars or whatever, I feel like it's gonna be a price that come with that too.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna pay a price either way.
It always is. Okay, and lastly, have you ever judged someone for something you secretly do yourself?
Ooh.
So is your morals spilling over to your gossip and your judgment?
Have I ever judged somebody for something that I secretly did myself? I don't think I have. I'm trying to think about what could I have judged somebody that I really do. Maybe like telling somebody business, and I didn't tell somebody business before.
I could tell you one you do.
What?
I do it too. We talk about social media a lot and people having a lot of scroll time, and we be on our phones a lot.
Yeah,
we cast out a little, but I think we do kind of put ourselves into the thing, into the mix. But I don't think people know, since we talking like about the situation at hand, that we do it as much as we do.
Yeah,
and I think we talk about it just because we know, like, it ain't just consuming y'all, it's consuming us too. Like, we feel it. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. Okay,
so that's one of the things I feel like I know I do for sure.
Yeah.
I always talk about these phones and social media, and then you go see a post from me in 36 minutes. Like 36 minutes ago, she just posted. So yeah. But to get into our main topic, what brought me to the conversation of integrity is the Kevin Hart roast. A lot of people had like opinions about the it doesn't necessarily have to do with the roast itself. A lot of people had opinions about the commentary on the roast, but most of the opinions were towards the Black comedians and people that sat around and, you know, didn't stand up and Will Smith that moment. Go up there and slap the shit out of somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
We need to we gotta start doing some of these things again. So that's where a lot of the like backlash was coming, and it just got me to thinking like, wow, what amount of money, or we in this space, so you know, we start moving on up, you know, we make it to the Black Effect podcast, we make it to this event, that event. At what point do we get to where they're offering us money to let white people disrespect your culture in front of you and you be okay with it? And I know it's in the, like they say, it's in the sense of comedy. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be, you know, entertainment. It's not supposed to be politically correct or taken seriously. But I mean, if bottom line, if it's not funny, it's not funny. And if it can affect somebody emotionally, like, I just don't think that we should be taking it there. And I think that a lot of people think that this time is too sensitive. Do you agree with that rhetoric? Or
I agree.
To a certain extent?
I do.
Yeah.
I do agree.
I do too. Because I feel like, like you said the other day when we were talking about this, old comedy would have been canceled for a lot of this. But you got to also pay attention, just like we have a responsibility in front of these mics to pay attention to the time and the climate we in, to not be out here saying derogatory words that might offend somebody or something like that. So first, my first question, I know you didn't see it, but why do you think it's so easy for celebrities to fold like that and not stand up for the things that's going on that we actively, everybody know is going on, but kind of ignore it so they can be in the rooms with the people who are on the other side of these things?
I would say money, but then when I was thinking about answering this question, I thought about it, and it's not even, I don't even think it's money, because I've also seen where so many celebrities have lost money for doing derogatory, saying, you know, things. Yeah. So I wouldn't even say it's money. I think it's a level of what stand for anything or fall. I mean, stand for something or fall for anything type of thing. Right. It's like you said, that moral compass, like that thing to where anything won't change you. Like money won't change you. Relationships with people won't change you. I think you just gotta have it. It's just one of them things that you're just not willing to budge on, type of thing. I don't know what it is. You just it's just either in you, like they say, it's either in you or it ain't.
So you think that like the Kevin Harts and the Tiffany Haddishes, you don't think it was about the money? You think it's more of, I personally, for me, I think a lot of us have not, once we get to the money, a lot of us have not realized that we haven't dealt with the trauma of just being Black and trying to be accepted.
I think that money can play a part in it, but I feel like so many people have also shown you ways to get money without like bowing down to that.
Right, but no, I'm saying as if a Black person trying to be accepted into the American society, which would mean accepting
proximity
everybody.
To whiteness.
Yeah, proximity to white, accepting everybody, you know, being cool with everybody. That means, especially proximity to whiteness, that means to not have your emotional guard up so much, not be so sensitive.
To be able to fit in spaces.
Exactly. And what's crazy is at my job, one of my coworkers was that's the advice that they were trying to give me. Like, you know, oh, you just can't be so sensitive about the situation. You gotta let it roll off your And I'm saying that's easy for you to say because you're not the only Black girl in here.
It's not, you know what I'm saying?
You saying this on the other side of the wall, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. The sun is not even shining on that side.
Right.
You are in the dark. You have no clue of what I'm talking about. So I feel like it's very insensitive for people to try to act like the problems just don't exist, or act like people are being too emotional. Or
I think too, sometimes people don't have the words to say about certain things. And sometimes, quite frankly, some people have not thought about certain things to have the words to say.
Right.
Until they in a situation to where, okay, we looking for some words from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think it's part of it is that. And sometimes we experience a lot of things that we don't really feel a way about it, because I know that I've been a victim of this. Like, you know how you going through so much that certain stuff you don't really know how you feel about it, because it's like, I could give two fucks about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that sometimes, and I know, like, I remember you telling me yesterday that Tiffany Haddish had said she didn't remember or recall the joke. Like, so I'm not saying that she doesn't, but I'm saying that it could be possible that you got to the end of the thing and really was tuned out to the fact that, you know, you
that was the least
thinking
of it. I mean, it was a almost 3 hour show.
Right.
Like, and he did a 5-8 minute set or something like that.
Yeah, like,
so in the bigger scheme of things, I can admit to saying that, like, it's been times where I've taken on things that I thought I should have been mad at. Like, that shit should have pissed you off. But whole time it did.
Well, it really didn't. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And I don't think enough people analyze themselves to even realize that they're doing that. And that's what social media, that's why social media and, like, not knowing yourself and just not really even, it's not even about knowing yourself, because I'm still learning too, but having the tools to say, like, okay, let me think about why I felt like this.
And I'll take an example. I should give you an example of one thing that I didn't feel nothing about, and people was going in, and I was like, "Ooh, should I feel something way about this?" The lady that been viral on social media that poured water on her son and her girlfriend,
I seen
and how she kicked out and was like, "We can go home," like this or whatever. At first, I was like, "Yeah, get your ass out my baby bed naked." Like, yeah, I don't care how I'm talking to you right now. And then that was like, I started reading the comments, and people was like, "As a woman, as a mother, you should have maybe got her in the car, rolled her home." And then I started being like, damn, I'm a cold ass bitch, because I don't feel no type of way about how she just.
I was like that at first too, but the comments didn't change my mind. It was how hard she kept on going. Like, at the beginning of the video, I was like, hell yeah. But she, like, as it started going on and she bitch this, bitch, I was like,
the only thing that I was
now it sound like you fucking him, and that's not, you know what I mean? Now it sounded
the only thing that I did say about that situation, I felt like she wasn't as mad at him as she was her.
Right. The way she went back and was like, bro, hold on, she was just a bitch. Call him a fuck nigga or something.
Yeah.
Say something. Yeah. Like, she not the only one who disobeyed yo.
But the part that triggered me, I guess, too, that I was with her for a minute was, because it's like, you don't have no regard. Like, not only is you fucking in my kid's bed, but, like, you got too comfortable and went to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you just saying, fuck me. Really. Yeah. That's how I really
Going
felt.
to sleep is crazy.
Going to sleep naked, like, you already sneaking doing this. Like, at least put your clothes back on. At least,
going to sleep naked is crazy.
You too comfortable.
Like, come on now. I done had my sneaking and geeking days, but like, going to sleep naked in a nigga house you know you ain't even supposed to be in, it's insane. It's insane.
Like, come on.
I didn't think she took it too far. I mean, I didn't think she was disrespectful to a certain extent, but like I said, at one point it started sounding like she was talking to her nigga and not her son.
Exactly. But that's just an example of how sometimes you can not feel away and then see something.
Yeah.
Make you,
Yeah. So I hope y'all are self-aware of that. But we do talk in third person about, like, the perspective we want to be in a lot on this couch. So I feel like this conversation about morals and integrity would kind of, like, give people a little more insight of how we really think about things, or if we carrying these things out in life. So the question that kind of came up as, like, the leader of this topic is, are you loyal to your morals or just your desires? And then we're going to start with relationships first, and then we'll kind of switch to a different way, because you have to be integrity and you have to have morals across the line, like, in different areas. So do you think men are more honest about their desires and women are more honest about morality, or is that just, like, the stereotype that we kind of see in society?
I think it's both. I think it's a stereotype, but I think it's very true because I feel like as a woman, you wanna be looked at as this very much
I picked good. Ready. You know, I'm morally correct. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I did this the right way.
Right, yeah, and especially because we're up against so much of men not being that, that we have to prove, like, this is why you should be. I'm that. Like, you, of course, you should be moral. Like, you should care about. You have morals. You have integrity. Don't not cheat on me because of what I'ma catch you. Don't cheat on me because that's who it is. That's who you are. Like, type of thing. So I think
because it'll make you feel bad to see me like that or something. Right. I don't know. I don't know.
I think women do operate a lot more out of like their morals than the desires, and men operate out of, I did that shit because I wanted to. Like,
yeah. And I really wish we would get a little more of that in our system, because we really try to go with the status quo. We really try to, and for so long that has like put us behind the eight ball. Men go for what they want, nothing more, nothing less. If you are with a man and he putting up with your shit, it's because he wants you. It's not because, you know, he feel like, as soon as
he down, he gone.
Yeah, exactly. Now you do got them few men that, you know, got mommy issues and they feel like they got to stay around just because they feel like that's stroking their ego or whatever.
Right.
But a real man is taking the time for himself and going through his emotional journey. He's putting up with you because he wants to, not because. So I think we need to adopt some of them habits, ladies. But do you think people confuse desire with value, especially women?
Explain that to me.
Desire as in, this is what I want. This is the, like you said earlier in the last episode, about the perception of what he could be. Instead of the value of what he is right now, seeing him for his efforts, his habits as he is. Like, where is he? 50 cent? Is he a 50 cent nigga? Is he 99 cents? Like, where we?
So you ask the question one more time.
Do you think people confuse desire with value? What they desire out of people?
I think at a certain point, yes, and then I think no, because I feel like you can see what you're getting, and I feel like a lot of people are more willing to lie to themselves to have something or somebody than they are to just be honest about what they see and what they feel. I feel like sometimes you get a feeling of, this ain't really for me. This ain't really what I should want. This ain't really all of what it's supposed to be. And you know it, and you just kind of shoo it away, and you kind of find a reason to stay and keep whatever you have or whatever you want.
I want to park right there for a second, because I know that, like, in today's society, they're saying women are getting away from less likely to marry, less likely to be they say they having babies in 30s and in their 30s now instead of their early 20s. Why do you think that we have been, I'm glad that we're breaking the cycle, but why do you think that we have been so conditioned to just be the ones that make the right decisions? Like, basically the ones that lead in a sense. Like, they see us doing right and we hope they'll do right. Why do you think that that's been put on us?
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think historically, scientifically, I mean, we just happen to mature a lot faster than men, and I think that
this could be the case when a young lady messing with a grown old. Like, it's just like the mindset sometimes. If that's not in their environment, in their atmosphere, in their vicinity, that's not just for men, women too. People will stay in that mindset or that space.
It goes back to what you just said, though. It goes back to what you just said about how we are conditioned to do things more morally correct. I think that, and also because women are more accepting of things. Also, how you just said men only go for what they want.
Yeah.
Women go for, and I know you talked about last time we talked about historically men always treating women a certain way. I think it just goes back to all of those things. Women are more accepting of the bullshit than men are. If you cheat with his homeboy, he's no way near taking you back. He's not gonna be with you. But if he cheat with your homegirl, it's a possibility that you may stay. And so I think that just the behaviors of women being more so accepting of things, that's kind of how things happen. Like, that's just kind of the way of the world, because I'm willing to accept this. I'm willing to get away with more things. You know what I'm saying? So I think men are kind of like kids, where you as long as you are willing to not say nothing,
you don't start whooping that ass. They gonna keep on. Yeah.
So I think it's one of them type of things.
But what is that? Okay, being that women are naturally the more emotional, intelligent ones, what does that say about our character as a whole, or our DNA emotionally, that we can know that and still allow these things, like it still allowed the red flag, still allowed the potential to come into our life? Like, what does that say?
I don't believe that women are more emotionally intelligent than men. I don't think women are at a advanced rate to being more emotionally intelligent than men.
You don't?
I don't believe that. I will say that I believe that women are more in tune with their emotions, but being in tune with your emotions and being emotionally intelligent is two different things.
Yeah.
So I think that we are all, when it comes to men and women, I feel like we're about right here when it comes to being emotionally intelligent. So I think just as much
they have the knowledge of it, they don't know what to do afterwards.
Right. Like you can say almost kind of like, I can communicate that, you hurt me when you don't answer your phone. This is that. Where your phone at? Why you ain't been calling me? Why you ain't called me back? All of those things. But, that's being aware of my emotions. It's letting you know that I'm telling you how I feel. Mm-hmm. But how you handle it is not with emotional intelligence.
Right.
So I think that we are equally here, which is why we got a lot of back and forth, because it's neither one of us know how to dead it. We don't know how to come to a resolve. We don't know how to work together. Like, that's why we in this back and forth all the time. So I think that it's just a matter of some men got it and some women got it, and some men don't and some women don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that we have it more. I think we express more through emotion than men.
I feel like they hold their boundary up better, though. You know what I mean? When I say emotionally intelligent, I mean, like, we know we don't like this, and we got a boundary for this. If a man don't like this, he ain't gonna, like we just said, he ain't gonna put up with it.
But I don't think that equates to emotional intelligence. I think that equates to I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
a little bit of avoidance,
because 9 times out of 10,
free will.
Because 9 times out of 10, most men, even when they don't want to do something, it could be something like, nigga, you need to be doing it. You need to be staying with your kids. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to do it, because you get what I'm saying? So it don't be emotional intelligence. It be just that I don't feel like it. I ain't doing it. It don't feel good to me in this moment. So I think women act like that too, in a sense. If they don't have it, all of the emotional intelligence that they need, they're going to react in a way that, you might be sad right now, but to go slice out his tires or to go crash out, that doesn't mean, you get what I'm saying? Just because you were able to show your emotion doesn't mean that you're doing it in a healthy way.
So do you think that women are lacking morals when it comes to holding them to those certain standards that we say we want, or integrity by keeping our word to ourselves and saying
that part?
Integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping,
because you can have the morals, and the integrity is to act on those morals.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree. And my last question in my main topic was, would some people rather feel wanted than respected? That kind of goes to that morals versus integrity thing.
Yeah.
What
Betty Wright said, having a piece of man is better than having a no man at all. And I think that a lot of women
hate that for us.
And to be honest, a lot of women want men so much because they value men and what they bring to the table so much that they're willing to sacrifice a little piece of whatever they wanted or respect to get it. Like you said before, the woman was like, I believe, every man gonna cheat, just gonna let them do how they look one night, and even like with threesomes and stuff, I think a lot of times women do that for the thrill of pleasing the man. Like, oh, he gonna desire me even more. I'm that bitch that gave him what another one wouldn't, or what somebody else might deem inappropriate, or I just think that it's all
different.
We always willing to sacrifice our morals and our respect for a man or for a relationship. And some men, they not. If I ain't gay, I'm not having a threesome with a man. I don't care how happy it's gonna make you. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not getting pegged. I'm not whatever the thing is. I think that men, they just stand on whether it's right or wrong. They stand on it.
Yeah. And I'm really glad that we starting to put our foot down. I know that we're going to, slow the population rate down by not having babies. But I am glad some of y'all hoes starting to put y'all foot down because the picking that was going on, I'm not blaming nobody, but I'm blaming somebody.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. I'm just as much as they responsible, so are y'all. But to slide into our last sip, since we talked about integrity in relationships, I want to talk about integrity because not everybody might not be desiring a relationship. But this is one thing that everybody desire, and it's some money.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of integrity gets lost. That's why we even here, because we talking about the Kevin Hart roast, and that's what brought up the thought of the conversation. Because they think, a lot of people, like you said this when I told you about this, a lot of people been checked out, especially our people. Been checked out from Kevin. We've been thought that he,
when he left his wife, we
sold his soul, and Kanye said it best. They get to the and leave your ass for a white girl. So like, we know that about him. But I think it's more people that are like him that a lot of people just kind of like shoot under the rug because they ain't as big as him. But financially, we talking about morals and integrity here. Would your morals survive desperation? Like if you was down to it, Earl, I need the money.
To do what?
To do whatever you got to do. Like with your morals, like.
See, me personally, I'm gonna say I'm not going down by no money. Like money to me personally, like I like money and I love the things that money can afford. But from experience of others and some of myself, money is not all it's cracked up to be. I feel like you know how people say the money is the root of all evil and stuff like that. I kind of believe that. I feel like I would never want to be friends. I told my husband this, and we kind of had a back and forth about this, but I told him I would never want to be friends with a billionaire.
Why?
Because I feel like to get that, because we got to think about what billions is.
Yeah.
To get that level of money,
yeah, you had to. Yeah.
You have to. I'm just not willing to believe that it's a billionaire in this world that has not done
traded
something. And I always say that I just want to live a comfortable life, like whatever that looks like. I want to live a comfortable life because I don't want to do whatever it takes to get to certain amounts of money.
Okay, so it don't have to be overly. You say comfortable because I have to express this to all the time when she try to talk about like, oh, I don't want to join the hustle and bustle of America and blah blah blah, but then you gotta ask somebody for money to help you pay your rent because you didn't decide to free will for 5 days out the week. Like we gotta come on now. You know what I'm saying? So when people, I feel like a lot of people when they talking about stuff like that, they not thinking about the how they actually want to live. Like how are you willing to? What are you willing? What's comfortable to you? Like are you willing to? Some people take it as far as sleeping out of a van. You know what I'm saying? Like. Or are you willing to, apartment it for the rest of your life? Or do you want to buy a house? Do you want what are you willing, like what's your lowest you willing to go? And what's the highest you want to reach? And like do you feel like you're doing enough to be in that medium?
I feel like yeah, because I feel like I am, because I feel like mine always changes. I could live in a tiny home. I think that my thing is not so much of a material obtaining thing. It's an experience more than anything. So I feel like you can obtain an experience anywhere, not anywhere, but like just as long as I have my husband, my kid, we have a roof over our head. That roof can be big, but it's like, are we able to experience certain things? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I'm like 50-50 on this, and I'm not going to sit here and try to say the morally correct, the right answer.
Yeah.
I have been the type of person that will stay in a bachelor pad type of house. I ain't got to have too much in my apartment. We got a couch in the motherfucker. We got a TV. You know what I'm saying? You already know my house ain't decorated. But now that I'm getting older and noticing, people have these little things for convenience, comfortability, all this little stuff. It look good in here, but it makes this a functional space.
Right.
That shit costs money. What we talking about? Like
yeah,
to live comfortably costs money, especially in this economy. Like I know everybody always say this is the worst economy we've ever been in. But I truly believe it can't get no worse than this. Like if we almost people making like $60 an hour, who needs to make $60 an hour to fucking be able to live a regular life? You know what I mean? Like, who needs?
I don't know, because I'm just sitting here thinking like, I know, and I've been thinking this. I've been thinking this for a while, and I've been very afraid to say it because I didn't know what was gonna come with it. But I don't feel the like I do. I don't want to sound like I'm not aware of what's going on. I feel the feeling of like this is the worst economy ever we lived in with things being expensive. But I don't really feel like I'm to the point to where I'm like down and like can't get what I want. Like I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Not yet. I don't want to. I hope it don't get there, but we still got 3 years.
Yeah,
left,
like so I feel like
I just pray. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying, but we are still we're pretty bad right now. Like
we are, but what I'm
pretty
saying
fucked
is,
right now.
What I'm saying is, it's like I feel like we gonna forever be like moving into a place of where we just gonna have to make more money to live the life we want to live, and then that's just gonna be
But to what point? At what point is the ceiling? Because at some point in time back in the day, like back in the days, there used to be a ceiling. There used to be, all right, if we work and do this, we're gonna be able to own a house. If we do this. No, now that's not for us these days. I mean, whether we pay attention to it or not, whether you say it affects you or not, it is out there. It's happening.
Yeah, that's why I say I know it is out there.
And it might not affect you now, but it'll affect somebody you love or maybe soon. Like it's a trickle down thing. Like that, like you just never know what the fuck is what's happening next with this administration. Like, and
I guess I think I think maybe I should think like this, but I think that whenever it's gonna get to the point to where it's gonna matter to me, maybe God will just take me on home.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know because
I don't want it to be to that. I don't want it to be to that.
But I just feel like I don't know if I'm thinking about it right, because I just really don't think like. I don't know. Like I've experienced having certain amounts of money, and then I've experienced not having money. And it's like, I really just believe the whole everyday take care of yourself, like type of thing. Like, yeah, I think that life comes in cycles to where too, like sometimes in life you go without those comfortability things. And that's okay. Like you're not mad that you have to go through that. Like, I don't think that it's a world of where you live, where you make all of this money and your life is consistently comfortable. Yeah. So I feel like whatever, like you say, right now I'm comfortable, but I feel like it might become a time where it's like, well, we don't go out and eat as much because we don't have the money, or we don't live in a big house because the light bill is gonna be too high to be keeping that big house. And I think that I will be adjusted to being okay with that, because trying to keep up would be more stress anyways. So I just think that you just live in a life of cycles to where everything is not always gonna be what it's always going to be.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying from the outside looking, like if you think about when they started trading for goods and people started paying for stuff, people making 50 cents for shit, people paying 30. Like we are at a point where people, I just had to say it again, are trying to have to make $60 an hour, 100, 200K a year. 100K a year is middle class now. Mm-hmm. That is not feasible to keep going up. It's not. Somebody gonna die off.
Like, yeah, and that's kind of what they putting it. That's kind of
somebody's gonna die off.
And that's really, to be honest, why.
And think about it. How many people in your family ain't striving to be millionaires or just people that you know ain't trying to be. You know, like I seen a video of a boy. He was being funny the other day. He was like, "I'm the first motherfucker in my family that thought about owning something, getting some money. Like, I'm the first. Y'all just was gonna sit around like, well, this is what we got." Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people sitting around like, this is what we got. Yeah. Like, so a lot of this is what we got section ain't gonna be able to make it past some of this.
But
shit.
That's
like,
I feel like that's also the consequences of your behavior. Like if you sitting around and you see, like, I'm not saying that I'm sitting around like, well,
that's the consequence of this economy,
right?
People
but what I'm
have
saying
to pay for health care. Like people be sick. People be having mounds of debt for shit they can't control.
The only thing is to do is either move into a economy that's not this, or a thing that's not like this, a matrix that's not this, like they say, removing yourself from the matrix, or you get with the program of the matrix. Like, I get that you shouldn't have to. I get all of those things, but
neither one of those are easy solutions.
Right, but what I'm saying is that's the reality that we live in, though, right? Like, what do we do then? What's the alternative?
We don't have one right now. We don't have a solution. I mean, like, that's what I know. Dude. I've been thinking that since we got into this. Like, what is our next corrective action? Like, do we get together as black people? But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that it's something we could change. I'm just saying that we're going to places that are unheard of right now. We're
at a place that's unheard of right now. Like, so we've been going
to shit that's getting astronomically unnecessary.
But the thing
People about to have to be millionaires to be middle class.
But the thing about it is we've always been going. How we're going even further, we've always been going.
Too damn fast right now. We're going too fast.
We are.
Somebody
agree.
Pump the brakes.
I agree.
Shit.
But I feel like just don't let that kind of stuff consume you, because like,
no, you have to have a balance.
Actively do something about it, but don't let it consume you to where you feel defeated, because at the end of the day gotta end. Like, I mean,
girl,
I don't know.
Look, I know you saying that, but it's probably a TSA worker out here who finna end the day for real.
And
who finna end that bitch for good. Because they ain't got paid in the last 3 months. And we already living check to check. Like,
and you might be in a better place by doing that, sis. That's what I'm saying.
Cut the camera off.
I'm just saying, like, if
cut the camera off.
I'm not telling nobody, look, this is a disclaimer. I'm not telling nobody to off themselves at all, but in the least. But some days I have thought about full out thought about that. It's gonna come a day where it's better to be in a place with the Father. It's gonna come a time when it's just better to be there. And it's really gonna come a time to where the world is gonna be like, you gonna have to choose. What you believe in and what you think gonna happen versus what's really gonna happen. And you gonna have to be like, you know what?
For me, I hope I ain't gotta make it for my damn self.
Hopefully you
let him make it for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to make it for myself.
Up one day.
You know what I mean? Like, let him make it for me. I don't want to have to be the author of that book right there. Like, no.
I hate to say it to you, but you know how I be thinking at times. Like, I really just kind of made up my mind that it is going to come a time where everything ain't what it's supposed to be. And you going to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And the only thing that advice I will give is to become self-sufficient and starting back up how we started.
Yeah.
Starting back up. Get your land. Get your
that would be the closest thing we got to a solution.
You don't got to build no 2,000, 3,000 square foot house. You can get a tiny home, 400 square. And that's the thing. I have come to terms with being okay with the bare minimum.
Yeah.
When it comes, it's going to be a time in life where I'm going to experience more than the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to come a time where that might be my reality. And I have to be comfortable with that. I have to be comfortable with me and my husband and my child packing up and having a one bedroom.
Right.
Because guess what? In a one bedroom, we not going to be missing out on those. We're going to have heat. Because think about it. When things happen, disasters happen, we be really at the bare minimum and we be fine. We be on Instagram still kicking.
Still got to find the joy in it. And we do. Hurricanes happen, we on the road like, well, we here, y'all.
Yeah,
you know
we be all in one house. Our family be in one house. And then we get a glimpse of what's good. And then we find we can't live with each other. We can't.
Yeah.
I really, to be honest, I've been preparing to be whatever the Lord may, whatever the government may, let it be. Because hey, if I gotta move back in with my brother and my mama, I've been doing that anyway. I mean, if we gotta be in one bedroom and Corey gotta sleep in the bed with us, we do that in every.
Same.
Corey got her
We
own
pile
room.
up at my mama's house all the time. Only thing we might need to start doing is learning how to garden, baby. We need some chickens or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's come a time for especially our people to take accountability and say, hey, it's some stuff we gotta do for ourselves.
Yeah.
We can't worry about what they doing.
Restore the power back to us.
Exactly. And if it start with you and your family first, then that's where it might start and it'll trickle down. If not, oh well, hey.
So morally, it ain't about the money. It's about being comfortable in your life and being okay with your situation.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say I don't let the economy really it ain't really started affecting me yet. But even when it did, like even when I think about when it did, when I didn't have the money that I needed.
Oh, it don't affect me either. I'm speaking on the behalf of people I hear about. Like,
don't let it affect
to the
you
radio,
either.
Like, deep. I mean, it ain't affecting me, but I'm just listening.
No,
like,
I'm talking about them.
Oh, yeah,
Don't let it affect you either.
You
like, you do what you do. If you gotta eat a tuna sandwich.
Well, what you do when your son's at home?
Crying out.
That's easy to say, baby.
But the thing about it though, too, is I ain't gonna lie. As hard as it is, it's easy though. Cause I think about things like it don't take much to eat every day.
Yeah. If you're more grateful, if you're more gracious for what you
even if you go and get a bag of rice, you can get it for $1. A bag of beans, you can get it for $1.
Yeah.
That can feed you and your kids for at least 3 days. Yeah.
You got to be grateful for what you got. 2 boxes
of cornbread.
Be grateful for what you got and what you can get, baby.
So I'm not going to never worry, baby, because as long as we got a bag of rice and some cornbread and some beans and we can grow the shit from the ground, I mean, what do we have to worry about?
You eating like a slave.
Hey, what is it good or not?
We're going back to it.
Is it good or not? Is them red beans good when you cook?
We're going back to it. Except we owning us this time. Ain't nobody owning us.
Exactly. Hey.
But this was a good conversation. I hope we gave y'all something to think about. Filled your cup, tea the barista today. Yeah. Fill it all the way up. And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye. Bye, Car. Get this on the record. Bye. Okay.